Hello everyone, today we will talk about the bug life cycle. So in this session we will see what are the responsibility of a tester and developer under a bug life cycle. So on next slide, so we can see the definition is a defect life cycle, or also known as bug life cycle, is a cycle of a defect from which it goes through, covering the different state in its entire life. This start as soon as any new defect is found by a tester and comes to an end when a tester closes that defect, assuring that it won't get reproduced again. Yes, so in this bug life cycle we can see how tester starts and how tester ends with the bugs. So suppose I am a tester and I found a bug. The bug is like there is a one submit button, and if I am clicking on submit button, it is not responding and giving me error. So the expected behavior should be, means user should able to click on submit button and it should respond and it should submit the form, but it is not happening and it is not working as expected behavior. So as soon as I know that it is not matching the requirement, I need to file a bug. So what I will do, first I will write everything in the Jira or any other bug tracking tool. So I will take a video, I will take a SS, will write some description. So first the state of that bug will be new. So once I file a bug, it will be in new. So after new, what will happen? Suppose a product manager or developer is saying that this is not a bug. Maybe it is not matching the requirement, or this is not a bug, this is a feature. And as a tester, I am understanding this is a bug, but maybe it is not a bug. So as per product manager or developer, they can immediately reject the bug. So the topic will be closed here. So it will not go ahead. But if it is not matching the requirement, like expected behavior is different, and the result, actual result is different, so we can understand that it is a bug. So first it will goes into the open state. So from open state, the two condition will be there: either it can be fixed or it can be default. So here product manager can decide that this is a bug, but we cannot fix in this particular release. Suppose the release is going as 1.0, and they are thinking that yeah, we should fix this bug, but we cannot fix this in this particular release, we will fix in future. So they will take status as default. If it is not default and they are deciding to fix, then they will work, the developer will work on that particular bug and it will be fixed. Once it is fixed, they will means developer will assign this to the tester, and the responsibility of tester is to retest the bug. So once the developer is assigning back to the tester will start retesting that particular bug by using video, by using the SS and the description of that particular bug. That bug is reproducible with that particular steps. He or she will reopen the bug and assign back to the developer. So here the responsibility of developer to, again, he or she needs to be fix the bug, and it will again come for retesting. And after retesting, if the bug is fixed with the same steps, a tester is thinking that everything is done from developer end, then tester can close that particular bug, and then everything will be in closed state. So this is called the bug life cycle. And if someone is asking you in this bug life cycle when we should perform the regression, So guys, here once the bug is closed, suppose this bug is reported by the customer. As an organization, we are working on this bug life cycle and this bug. So once the bug is fixed and closed, we can regress the system. So from here, after closing the bug, we can start the regression, and in the regression we can check every existing functionality should work as expected. So yes, this is the bug life cycle. If you like my video, please like and subscribe. Thank you.